Hi, and welcome to another video from the Enphase Learning on Demand series. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to set up the Envoy using the new wireless adapter. After this training, you should be able to list two requirements to utilize WPS with the Wi-Fi adapter, demonstrate how to configure the Wi-Fi setup using the WPS feature, and demonstrate how to configure the Wi-Fi setup using the Envoy's local webpage. When setting up an Envoy with the wireless adapter, you're going to need to have these pieces of hardware: a wireless router with the WPS feature, an Envoy with two USB ports and software version 3.8, an Enphase approved Wi-Fi wireless adapter, an Ethernet cable, and an active internet connection. It's always a recommended best practice to get the Envoy connected to an internet source prior to taking it to the job site. The benefit of doing this step in your office prior to installation is that you have access to a reliable internet source so the Envoy can automatically update its firmware, like in this case of the wireless adapter. The first step in setting up the Envoy and wireless adapter is to plug in the Envoy to an active internet connection using the supplied Ethernet cable, and then plugging the wireless adapter into the USB port that is closest to the cable tray. Once you have the wireless adapter plugged into the USB port, plug in the Envoy using the supplied power cable and power on the Envoy. Once the Envoy gets an IP address from the router, the Envoy may need to update its firmware. This process may take up to 20 minutes for it to complete, and the Envoy may reboot during this process. Do not unplug the power from the Envoy during this update. Once the Envoy has completed its software update, remove the Ethernet cable from the back of the Envoy. You are now ready to take the Envoy to the job site for installation and start configuring the wireless adapter to work with the homeowner's Wi-Fi network. To start the configuration of the wireless adapter using the WPS feature on the router, press and hold the WPS button on the router until the light starts to flash. Within 2 minutes of pressing the WPS button on the router, press and hold the menu button on the side of the Envoy. Watch the Envoy's LCD screen. Let go of the menu button when the LCD screen says Enable Wi-Fi WPS Setup. This will connect the wireless adapter to the homeowner's wireless network. Within 2 to 3 minutes of connecting to the wireless network, the Envoy will display the new IP address on the LCD screen, showing a W leading the new IP address. Your wireless adapter setup is now complete. In this next section, I'm going to demonstrate how to configure the wireless adapter while using a router that does not have a WPS button. As mentioned before, it's always good to get into the practice of connecting the Envoy to an internet source in your office before it's installed on site. Doing this step will ensure that you have access to a reliable internet connection and the Envoy gets any new software updates that are required to take advantage of the new features that are available. Just like the setup using WPS, we'll need to connect the Ethernet cable from the router to the Envoy, as well as plug the wireless adapter into the USB port closest to the cable tray. Power on the Envoy and let it check for any new software updates that are available. In order to use the wireless adapter, the Envoy must have software version 3.8 and will most likely require an update. The Envoy may restart during the software update, which can take approximately 20 minutes. Do not remove the power from the Envoy if the LCD screen displays Upgrading, do not unplug. Once we're on the job site, you'll want to install the Envoy and start configuring the wireless adapter to work with the homeowner's wireless network. While on site, you'll need to connect the Envoy to the network or to a computer with the Ethernet cable. You'll want to make sure that you also plug the wireless adapter into the Envoy's USB port closest to the cable tray. You will not see any Wi-Fi configuration options if the wireless adapter is not plugged into the Envoy. Connect to the Envoy's local webpage by opening a web browser and typing in the IP address of the Envoy into the address bar of your browser. Verify that the Envoy has software revision 3.8 or later. Once the software has been verified, navigate to the administration link in the upper right-hand side of the screen and click the link. When prompted for the login and password, make sure you type in admin for the username and admin for the password. Once on the administration page, look to the left of the screen and find the Wi-Fi configuration link. Click the link to view the list of available wireless networks. Click the wireless network that you would like to join and enter the password for that network. If you do not see the Wi-Fi configuration link, double check that the Envoy is running software revision 3.8 and that the wireless adapter is fully seated into the USB port. Once the wireless network has been configured, remove the Ethernet cable from the Envoy. Within 2 to 3 minutes, the Envoy will display a W leading the new IP address. This signifies that the Envoy now has a wireless IP address and connected to the wireless network. Congratulations on the successful configuration of your new wireless adapter. After watching this video, you should be able to list 2 requirements to utilize WPS with the Wi-Fi adapter, demonstrate how to configure the Wi-Fi setup using the WPS feature, and demonstrate how to configure the Wi-Fi setup using the Envoy's local webpage. Thank you for watching another video in our Learning on Demand series. This is Jarrett Skeffington. Feel free to go to our website, enphase.com/webinar, to find out more information about any more training needs that you may have. Thanks and have a great day.